Welcome, beautiful souls, to today's tarot reading for Aquarius. I am so excited to connect with the energy of our innovative, forward-thinking Aquarian friends today as we explore what's happening in your love life. I've been feeling such powerful cosmic energy around Aquarius lately, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Many of you have been reaching out, wondering if this summer holds the promise of true love or that special connection you've been seeking. So I've crafted this special reading just for you to peek behind the veil and see what the universe has in store for your romantic journey. Before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to center in this moment, to be fully present as we connect with the divine energy of the tarot. I'm setting the intention that this reading brings clarity, guidance, and perhaps a few delightful surprises for all my Aquarius friends. I'm shuffling the cards now, focusing on the question: will Aquarius find their cosmic soulmate this summer? I'm feeling the energy shift as the cards align themselves to reveal the truth of what's coming for you. Let's see what messages the universe has for you today. For this reading, I'll be using a special spread designed to illuminate your romantic journey: past influences, present situation, hidden factors, upcoming opportunities, and ultimate outcome. This comprehensive view will help us understand not just if love is coming, but how to recognize and embrace it when it arrives. I've laid out the cards, and wow, I'm already feeling such powerful energy coming through. There's definitely something significant happening in your love life, Aquarius. Let's dive in and explore what the cards are revealing. For your past influences position, I've drawn the Eight of Cups. This is such a telling card to appear at the foundation of your reading. The Eight of Cups speaks to a journey you've been on, one of walking away from situations that no longer served your highest good, even when it wasn't easy. Many of you have been through relationships that felt comfortable but ultimately unfulfilling. You've been brave enough to acknowledge when emotional investments weren't giving you the returns you deserved. This card shows that you've been doing important soul work, Aquarius. You've been learning to honor your worth and not settle for connections that don't match your depth. The figure in this card is walking away from cups that are still standing, symbolizing your willingness to leave behind the familiar in search of something more meaningful. This journey hasn't always been easy. There have been lonely moments, times of doubt, but this necessary departure has been preparing you for what's coming next. The moonlight in this card is significant too. It suggests that this process has been intuitive, guided by your inner knowing rather than logical reasoning alone. As an Aquarius, you have such a brilliant, analytical mind, but in matters of love, you've been learning to trust your heart's intelligence as well. Moving to your present situation, I've pulled the Two of Wands. This is fascinating energy for where you stand right now. The Two of Wands depicts a figure holding a small globe, looking out from a castle balcony toward the horizon. This perfectly captures the Aquarian energy. You're standing at a threshold, contemplating your next move in love. You have the world in your hands, literally examining your possibilities. This card suggests you're in a planning phase right now. You're considering what you truly want in a relationship and perhaps even feeling the first stirrings of new romantic possibilities. There's a sense of having established some stability in your life, the castle, but now feeling called to venture beyond familiar territory. Many of you might be actively dating, or at least open to the idea of meeting someone new. Others might be reimagining what you want from love altogether. The Two of Wands carries the energy of choice and personal power. You're not rushing into anything, but rather thoughtfully considering your options. This measured approach is actually perfect for attracting the right kind of love into your life. I'm also sensing that some of you might be feeling torn between different possibilities or approaches to love. Perhaps you're deciding between pursuing someone new or giving an existing connection another chance. Or maybe you're weighing whether to try more traditional dating methods or something completely different that aligns with your unique Aquarian approach to life. For the hidden factors position, these are the influences affecting your love life that you might not be fully aware of. I've drawn the Hermit. Now this is deeply significant. The Hermit represents introspection, soul searching, and inner wisdom. As a hidden factor, this suggests that the solitude or periods of independence you've experienced haven't been random. They've been spiritually necessary. The universe has been giving you this time alone for a reason, Aquarius. You've been on an internal journey of self-discovery that's absolutely crucial for recognizing your soulmate when they appear. The Lantern. The Hermit carries represents the inner light of wisdom you've been developing, insights about yourself, what you truly need in a partner, and the kind of relationship that will support your authentic self. Some of you might feel like you've been single too long, or that love has been elusive, but this card reveals that this timing has been divine. You needed this period of self-connection to avoid repeating old patterns or entering relationships for the wrong reasons. The Hermit's energy is about spiritual preparation for meaningful connection, not isolation for its own sake. There's also something important here about not rushing this process. The Hermit moves slowly, deliberately, each step taken with purpose. In our fast-paced world with dating apps and instant connections, this card reminds you that lasting love often unfolds at its own pace. Your person will be worth the wait. Now let's look at the upcoming opportunities position, which reveals what's coming into your love life this summer. I've pulled the Knight of Cups, and my heart literally skipped when I saw this card appear. This is one of the most romantic cards in the deck, Aquarius, and it's appearing exactly in the position of what's coming toward you. The Knight of Cups represents a romantic offer, an emotional invitation, or a love interest entering your life. This knight comes bearing the cup of love, offering genuine emotional connection. For single Aquarians, this strongly suggests a new person coming into your life who will approach you with sincere intentions and emotional availability. This person is likely to be somewhat different from your usual type. The Knight of Cups energy is dreamy, artistic, emotionally expressive, perhaps more water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, than you've been drawn to before. They'll appreciate your intellectual brilliance, but they'll also invite you to explore the depths of emotional connection in ways that might feel both exciting and a little outside your comfort zone. For those already in relationships, the Knight of Cups suggests a renewal of romance. Your partner may surprise you with a new level of emotional expression, or you might experience a deepening of intimacy that revitalizes your connection. There's a sense of romance being breathed back into your relationship, perhaps through travel, creative experiences together, or simply making time for meaningful connection. The timing suggested by this card aligns perfectly with summer energy. There's a sense of movement, of journeys both literal and emotional. Some of you might meet this person while traveling or through some kind of creative pursuit or spiritual gathering. Others might find that someone already in your social circle suddenly reveals deeper feelings. What's particularly noteworthy is that this knight approaches gently. This won't be an overwhelming or pressuring energy, but rather someone who respects your independence while clearly expressing their interest. For freedom-loving Aquarius, this balance is crucial. Now, for the ultimate outcome position, I've drawn the Star. Oh, Aquarius, I couldn't have hoped for a more beautiful card to appear here. The Star is actually your ruling card in the major arcana, representing the very essence of Aquarian energy at its highest expression. To have it appear as the outcome of your love journey this summer is profoundly meaningful. The Star represents hope, healing, inspiration, and spiritual connection. As an outcome card, it suggests that whether or not you meet your soulmate in the conventional sense this summer, what's coming is a relationship or evolution of an existing one that aligns with your highest self and deepest values. This is about a connection that helps you shine your unique light more brightly into the world. The figure in the Star card pours water both onto land and back into the pool, representing the balance of giving and receiving. This suggests that the romantic connection coming will have this beautiful equilibrium, neither person losing themselves in the other, but both nourishing each other while maintaining their individual essence. For independent Aquarius, this kind of relationship allows you to be in love without feeling constrained. The Star also speaks to healing, particularly emotional healing. The relationship energy coming toward you has the potential to heal old wounds around love, trust, and vulnerability. There's a sense of restoration here, of returning to a natural state of openness after perhaps having closed yourself off due to past disappointments. I'm also drawn to the stars in the sky of this card. especially the large central star surrounded by smaller ones. This suggests that your relationship will itself become a guiding light for others. Aquarians are often way showers, and together with this partner, you may inspire others with how you love, demonstrating new paradigms of relationship that balance closeness with freedom, intimacy with independence. Looking at these cards together tells a beautiful story, Aquarius. You've been on a journey of walking away from what doesn't serve you, Eight of Cups, currently standing in your power and considering your options, Two of Wands, while perhaps not fully recognizing how your periods of solitude have been preparing you spiritually, the Hermit. This summer brings a romantic opportunity that feels genuine and heart-centered, Knight of Cups, leading to a connection that aligns with your authentic self and brings healing, the Star. Now, I feel called to pull 3 additional clarity cards to give us more insight into this summer's romantic potential for you. Let's see what else the universe wants you to know. For the first clarity card, focusing on the nature of this connection, I've drawn the Six of Cups. This is fascinating. The Six of Cups often relates to nostalgia, innocence, and sometimes connections from the past. There are several possibilities here. Some of you might reconnect with someone from your past, perhaps someone you knew long ago who comes back into your life with totally new energy. There's a sense of familiarity here, like your souls recognize each other. For others, this could indicate meeting someone new who nevertheless feels strangely familiar, like you've known them before. This has that beautiful soul recognition quality that often comes with meaningful connections. You might find yourself thinking, have we met before? Even when you're sure you haven't. The Six of Cups also carries an energy of sweetness and genuine caring. This connection won't be based on games or superficial attraction. There's a pureness to it, a sincere appreciation of who you truly are. This person will see and cherish qualities in you that others might have overlooked or taken for granted. For the second clarity card, providing insight about potential challenges to be aware of, I've drawn the Three of Swords in reverse. This is actually quite encouraging as a challenge card. The Three of Swords typically represents heartbreak or painful truth, but in reverse it speaks to recovery, forgiveness, and moving beyond past hurt. The challenge this card identifies isn't about new pain coming, but rather about not allowing old wounds to sabotage your new beginning. There might be moments when vulnerability feels frightening, when opening your heart triggers memories of past disappointments. The card's reversed position suggests you're in the process of healing, but that healing might be tested as you open yourself to new love. Some of you might need to consciously release lingering resentment or trust issues from previous relationships. Others might need to forgive yourselves for past choices in love. The message here is clear. Don't let the ghosts of relationships past haunt what's trying to blossom now. For the third and final clarity card, showing what action will help you welcome this soulmate connection, I've drawn the Queen of Pentacles. This grounded, nurturing energy offers important guidance about how to prepare for love. The Queen of Pentacles suggests creating practical stability and comfort in your life as a foundation for relationship. This might mean creating literal space in your home for another person to feel welcome. For many Aquarians who value their independence and personal space, this could be a meaningful symbolic action, considering how another person might fit into your environment. On a deeper level, this card is about self-nurturing and practical self-care. The more you tend to your own needs and create abundance in your own life, the more you'll attract a relationship that adds to your wholeness rather than one that comes from lack. The Queen of Pentacles knows her worth and doesn't settle for less than she deserves. Embody this energy. There's also wisdom here about staying connected to nature and your physical body as you navigate romance. Aquarius lives so brilliantly in the realm of ideas that you can sometimes forget to stay grounded. This summer, make time for walks outside, tend to plants, cook nourishing meals. These grounding activities will help you remain centered as new love unfolds. I'm also feeling called to examine what might be blocking some Aquarians from recognizing or welcoming their soulmate connection. Let me draw one more card specifically about potential obstacles to be aware of. I've pulled the Five of Swords. This is significant. The Five of Swords represents conflict, tension, or a win-lose mentality. As a potential block, This suggests that some of you might be approaching love with unconscious competitiveness or carrying battle scars from relationships where there was manipulation or power struggle. For Aquarians who value honesty and authenticity so deeply, any hint of game playing or dishonesty in past relationships might have left you wary. The Five of Swords warns against bringing this suspicious energy into new connections. If you're constantly looking for signs of deception or preparing for betrayal, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy. This card also suggests that some of you might need to examine whether you're using your formidable intellectual abilities as a shield against genuine vulnerability. Aquarius is brilliant at rational analysis, but sometimes this can become a defense mechanism, intellectualizing emotions rather than feeling them. True soulmate connection requires allowing yourself to be seen, including the parts that don't feel entirely logical or controlled. The appearance of this card isn't meant to discourage you, but to bring awareness to patterns that might be operating beneath the surface. By recognizing any tendency toward defensive thinking or expectation of conflict, you can consciously choose a different approach, one that allows for trust to develop naturally. Now, I'd like to explore the timing aspects more specifically. When exactly might this soulmate energy enter your life? Let me draw a card focused particularly on timing. I've pulled the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands represents new beginnings, inspiration, and creative spark. As a timing indicator, this strongly points to early summer, the initial burst of summer energy rather than late in the season. For many of you, this suggests June or early July as a particularly potent time for new love to enter your life, or for existing relationships to transform. The fiery energy of the Ace of Wands aligns with the summer solstice period, that magical time when the sun reaches its peak and creativity flourishes. This card suggests that love may arrive with a sense of sudden inspiration, like a lightning bolt of recognition rather than a slow, gradual process. There will be an unmistakable spark, a moment of, yes, this is significant. For those wondering about where or how you might meet this person, the Ace of Wands gives clues about that too. This card is associated with creative pursuits, passion projects, and new ventures. Many of you could meet someone through a creative class, workshop, or artistic event, a new hobby or activity you've recently started, a work project that ignites your passion, an outdoor adventure or nature-based gathering, a situation that calls for leadership or initiative on your part. The Ace of Wands also carries the energy of mutual inspiration, suggesting this connection will be mentally stimulating as well as emotionally fulfilling. For intellectually driven Aquarius, this meeting of minds is essential for true compatibility. Looking at the entire spread now, I'm struck by how perfectly this reading captures the Aquarian love journey. There's respect for your independence, while also acknowledging your capacity for profound connection. The cards recognize your need for both intellectual stimulation and emotional depth in relationships. I also want to address something important for those of you already in committed relationships. This reading doesn't necessarily mean meeting someone new if you're already with a partner. The soulmate energy can manifest as a deepening and transformation of your existing relationship, discovering new dimensions of your partner and experiencing a renewal of your bond. The Knight of Cups can represent your current partner, showing up in a new way that surprises and delights you. For couples, this summer may bring opportunities to break free from stagnant patterns and rediscover why you chose each other. The Star as outcome suggests healing any rifts and finding new ways to support each other's authentic self-expression. There's beautiful potential for existing relationships to evolve into more conscious, spiritually aligned partnerships. I'm feeling a strong message for all Aquarians, whether single or in relationships. This summer's love energy isn't about losing yourself in another person, but rather finding yourself more completely through meaningful connection. True soulmate relationships don't diminish your uniqueness. They celebrate and enhance it. Let's draw one final card as guidance for how best to welcome and nurture this soulmate connection when it appears. I've pulled the Nine of Pentacles. This card is fascinating in this context. The Nine of Pentacles depicts a self-sufficient, accomplished individual who has created abundance and beauty in their life. They stand in a lush garden of their own creation, with a hooded falcon representing mastered instincts and wisdom. As guidance for welcoming soulmate love, this card offers profound wisdom. The most magnetic thing you can do is continue developing your own life's garden. The Nine of Pentacles reminds you that genuine partnership isn't about completing each other, but complementing each other's already whole lives. This summer, focus on cultivating your own interests, talents, and passions, creating beauty and comfort in your personal space, appreciating your own company and the life you've built, recognizing your worth and maintaining healthy boundaries, enjoying sensory pleasures and connection with the natural world. When you meet someone from this place of self-contained fulfillment, you'll be able to recognize true compatibility rather than being drawn to someone out of loneliness or need. The Nine of Pentacles suggests that your soulmate will be attracted to precisely this quality in you: your independence coupled with your capacity for appreciation and enjoyment of life. There's also something important here about patience and natural timing. The garden in this card didn't bloom overnight. It represents years of consistent care and attention. Similarly, the most meaningful relationships often develop at their own perfect pace. The Nine of Pentacles reminds you to enjoy each stage of connection rather than rushing toward some imagined destination. Now, looking at all these cards together, the original spread plus our clarity cards, I'm seeing such a cohesive message about your romantic journey, Aquarius. The universe is aligning to bring you a connection that honors your need for both freedom and deep bonding. This summer holds potential for love that feels both exciting and comfortable, novel, yet somehow familiar. The strong presence of major arcana cards, the Hermit and the Star, indicates that what's unfolding in your love life isn't random or insignificant. It's part of your larger soul journey and spiritual evolution. The relationship energy coming toward you will teach you important lessons and help you evolve into your highest expression. For those wondering about the specific characteristics of this soulmate connection, the combination of the Knight of Cups and Six of Cups suggests someone who is emotionally available, genuine in their approach, and connects with you on both a heart and soul level. This person likely has a creative or spiritual dimension to their personality, though they may express it in ways different from your own. The overall energy I'm feeling is one of gentle but unmistakable recognition. When you meet this person, or when your existing relationship transforms, there won't be a need for games or guesswork. There will be a clarity and ease to the connection that feels refreshing after perhaps having experienced more complicated or confusing dynamics in the past. As we prepare to close this reading, I want to offer some final practical guidance for welcoming this soulmate energy. The Eight of Cups reminds you to continue honoring your intuition about what doesn't feel right. Don't backslide into old patterns or relationships that you've already recognized aren't aligned with your highest good. The Two of Wands encourages you to remain open to possibilities that might look different from what you've imagined. Your analytical mind might have created a specific picture of your ideal partner, but the universe might surprise you with someone who fulfills your deeper needs in unexpected ways. The Hermit invites you to continue your inner work even as you open to connection. The most fulfilling relationships balance togetherness with continued individual growth. The Knight of Cups reminds you to receive love with an open heart when it approaches. As someone who values independence, you might sometimes unconsciously create distance when intimacy appears. Practice staying present with the vulnerability of new connection. The Star, your ruling card, reminds you that authentic love should feel liberating, not constraining. True soulmate connections expand your sense of possibility rather than limiting your horizons. Aquarius, this reading reveals such beautiful potential for your summer love journey. Whether you're meeting someone new or experiencing transformation in an existing relationship, the energy supports connection that honors your unique spirit while inviting you into meaningful intimacy. Remember that as an air sign ruled by both Saturn and Uranus, you bring the gifts of vision and innovation to your relationships. The partner who truly complements you will appreciate both your brilliant mind and your humanitarian heart. They'll understand that your occasional need for space doesn't mean lack of caring, but is simply part of how you process and integrate experience. I'm seeing that for many of you, this summer connection will challenge some of your assumptions about relationships. It may arrive in a package different from what you expected, teaching you that true compatibility isn't always about finding someone who thinks exactly as you do, but rather someone whose differences create a dynamic balance with your own nature. The presence of both Cups cards, emotional connection, and Pentacles cards, material stability, in this reading suggests that this relationship has potential to be well-rounded, touching not just the intellectual realm where Aquarius is so comfortable, but also the emotional and physical dimensions of experience. As the summer approaches, pay attention to synchronicities and unexpected meetings. The Ace of Wands suggests that initial contact might come through a situation that ignites your passion or creativity. There's a spark of divine timing indicated here, being in the right place at the right time because you're following your genuine interests. Some of you might actually meet this person while pursuing knowledge or information, perhaps at a lecture, bookstore, unusual class, or online forum discussing ideas that fascinate you. Others might connect through mutual friends in social settings that have an element of purpose or shared values rather than purely recreational gatherings. For those in existing relationships, watch for opportunities to break through routine and discover new dimensions of your partner. The cards suggest that seeing each other with fresh eyes will be possible this summer, perhaps through shared experiences that reveal untapped aspects of your connection. I also want to acknowledge that the journey to soulmate love isn't always straightforward. The Three of Swords reversed reminds us that healing from past hurt is an ongoing process. Be gentle with yourself if old fears arise as you open to new possibilities. What distinguishes this summer's potential connection is precisely its capacity to accommodate this healing process, rather than demanding perfect emotional readiness from the start. Before we conclude, I'm feeling drawn to pull just one more card as a final piece of advice from Spirit about your love journey. I've drawn the Magician. What a powerful final message. The Magician represents manifestation, having all the tools you need and the power to create your reality. As closing advice for your love journey, this card reminds you that you have more influence over your romantic destiny than you might realize. The Magician has access to all four elements, represented by the symbols of the tarot suits on his table. This suggests that approaching love with your whole self, mind, heart, spirit, and body will create the most powerful attraction. When you bring your complete, authentic self to your interactions rather than compartmentalizing or showing only certain aspects, you create space for genuine connection. There's also a message here about conscious manifestation. The Magician knows that focused intention combined with inspired action creates results. Rather than passively waiting for love to find you, this card encourages you to get clear about what you truly desire in relationship. Not just surface qualities, but the essence of the connection. Visualize this connection as if it's already unfolding. Take concrete steps that align with this vision, creating space in your life, putting yourself in situations where meeting is possible. Trust the timing while remaining actively engaged in the process. The Magician stands with one arm raised toward heaven and the other pointing to earth, symbolizing the principle of as above, so below. In terms of your love journey, this suggests aligning your spiritual understanding with your earthly actions. Let your higher vision of love inform your everyday choices and interactions. For Aquarius specifically, the Magician's appearance suggests using your natural gifts of innovation and originality in your approach to love. You don't have to follow conventional dating rules or relationship expectations. Your unique perspective is actually your greatest strength in attracting a connection that truly fits your spirit. As we close this reading, I want to return to our original question. Will Aquarius find their cosmic soulmate this summer? The cards have given us a clear answer. Yes, the potential is strongly present for a significant soul connection to enter or deepen in your life this summer. The energy particularly supports new beginnings in June and early July, with a connection that feels both exciting and somehow familiar. However, what's most powerful about this reading is not just the prediction of love arriving, but the insight into how this connection will help you evolve and express your authentic self more fully. The star as outcome shows that regardless of the exact timing or form this relationship takes, it will align with your highest path and purpose. Aquarius, you are entering a beautiful phase of your love journey. Trust the process, remain open to surprise, and know that the connection coming toward you will respect your independence while inviting you into meaningful intimacy. The universe has heard your heart's desire for love that truly sees and celebrates your unique spirit. Thank you for joining me for this special tarot journey today. May the stars light your path to love, and may you recognize the magic when it appears before you this summer. Until next time, keep shining your beautiful Aquarian light.